videos, they say. It'll be fun, they say. You're not gonna regret it halfway through because your voice keeps getting sore no matter how much gamer sups you drink, they say. To be clear, the they in this equation is me. Hello everyone, my name is EmeraldSpencer, and welcome to yet another unboxing video. Tired of these yet? Well, I hope you're not, because there's still, at least one more after this. I have had stuff sitting on my to-do list for far too long, but thankfully, this one's a lot simpler than unboxing collector's edition video games or tasting 7 different flavors of gamer subs. Nope, this one, it's nice, it's simple, it's going back to the roots. A Pokemon card unboxing video. Cue up that Pokemon music. So, the best place to start is actually with a bit of a story. Not for these two. These ones I just picked up at the Dollar General I used to work at. Oop. Okay, good, that didn't hit the record button. But these two, well, first off, this one's awesome because it's Shining Fates. And I've got a Brilliant Stars box. But these two Pokemon card products, I actually bought in March, here in Florida. So, I intended to have something like a Florida Pokemon card unboxing before I moved down here. But of course, I didn't end up making many videos before I moved down here. So, these were bought in a mall, would I say not too far? At a mall somewhere in approximate, reasonable day trip vicinity to Bronny's house. But bought in a mall, in a game store, they traveled with me back up to Connecticut, and then they moved down here again. So, these were supposed to be interstate imports, and now they are back on their home soil. Whereas these are now the interstate imports. So, I think it is only fitting to... I was going to say I think it's only fitting to open them in chronological order, but I think it's going to be better off to open these in hype order. In that case, the best place to start is going to be with these packs, in which case I'm going to open these in Pokedex order, which works in both cases, because Eevee comes before Flapple, and Shaman comes before Arceus. And by the way, I do not care who tries to correct me. I pronounce it Arceus, and you know what kind of Pokemon it is anyway. Or rather, you know the species of Pokemon, however that works. Okay. So let's get this thing open. And of course, they have the code card backwards in there. And of course, I have to point out these absolute hubcaps of Pokemon coins. These things are massive. I don't even need to get another one for comparison. It's easy to just see. Old Pokemon coins were the size of a quarter. These things are the size of a dinner plate. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. Maybe a dinner plate for hamsters. Or a sewer lid for guinea pigs. And then... Oop. Oh yes. So as of the Brilliant Stars or whatever the first Arceus packs were. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wait, I was gonna say that's interesting. They put the European rating system on it, but I think that's more so that they just have both of them on there. If this wants to focus, hey, here's the part of making card videos I don't miss. So I'm gonna put that off to the side, and I'll open up the... I did not expect the plastic to give way so easily. Code card. Flapple. A cap. And before anyone asks why I got 2 Eevee, that was the only coin that was available. Alright, so let's see what these cards are like. Be prepared and bite. Alright. And then this Flapple. Light up and corrosive acid, which burns the opponent's Pokemon. Attach up to 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Ooh, okay. So I might have to run this thing in fire decks with some kind of multi-energy so that I can use its attack. Because that Flight Up attack is really... that could work for several of my decks. Alright. Now, let's get the Shaman pack open. Please be relatively easy to open. Okay. And code card is down. Or face down, I should say. Oh, don't know if I finished my explanation. I'm almost positive the reason they did this was because they figured out that people were figuring out which ones were the good cards, or which ones were the good packs and which ones were not by what this card was, as I used to do. That being said, this has a white border and this one has a black one. So, I'm gonna have to see if there's another pattern at play now, since they've redone those. Though, less conspiratorially, obviously, the difference is that this is showing more modern artwork. It's not the same one we've had since Gen 5. They updated their marketing materials for the Play Online. Or more accurately, playthrough apps now. Okay, but I do believe the 1, 2, 3, 4 trick still works. Let's flip this over. Yep. Ooh! Okay, I really like how they did the energies for Legends Arceus. If we could get a focus going on here. Okay, so we got a Psychic Energy, a Gabite. Huh. Okay, I thought that might have been a special thing for the Flapple, because it's a holo, but it looks like Dragon cards have the Dragon silhouette on the back of them now. Once I get it refocused, we'll have to see if that holds up for the other types, because they don't have a type for Eevee. Gloria. Search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon that don't have a rule box and put them on your bench, then shuffle your deck. Okay, so basically, yeah, as it says, Pokemon V and GX have rule boxes. If you're playing an unrestricted, unofficial format, I believe that would also encompass EX, both capital and lowercase, as well as level X. Okay. So we got a Staravia. Still not showing if... still not focusing. Alright, still not gonna know if this is a, if it's gonna show the type for all of them, because this is a colorless one. Riolu. Okay, that would be a negative. Dragon type is for Dragon Pokemon only. Staryu, Impidimp, Burmy, Spiritomb, Tickling Terror. Until the end of your next turn, the defending Pokemon's weakness is now Dark. And you can put 2 damage on your Spiritombs tend to be pretty good picks for Dark decks. Alright. Whoa, what? Hold on. Okay. I think the, TG, whatever that stands for, replaces the Reverse Holo. But that is an awesome Vaporeon card! Ooh. If this Pokemon has a memory capsule attached, Fire Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's have no abilities. Okay. Fire Shutdown. And what's the rare? Ooh. A Fusion Strike Ice Cube. Okay. I have a need for this to focus. I will say it's much better with the 922 than with the 615 I used to have. This attack is 40 damage to one of your Pokemon for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all your Pokemon. Well, I would need Fusion Strike energy for that, but this is supposed to be a build and battle deck, So there's a good chance that there might be some in there for me to play around with. So let's... Alright, so this is a rare. So yes, I believe that the trainer... Oh, TG stands for Trainer Gallery. I remember that from one of the Super Carlin Brothers unboxings. So, I believe the Trainer Gallery replaces the Reverse Hollows. Alright. Now, let's get into the second pack here. Actually, speaking of, like, the code... Speaking of the code card, it's nice that they're putting it face down for people who unbox these on camera. Because you move this, you don't expose the code. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't expose any of the Pokemon cards. And now, we flip this over. Of course, we have that gorgeous energy art. Ooh, a Tropius. A Curative Valor. All of your Pokemon that have grass energy attached can't be confused, and if they are already confused, they recover from that special condition. Along with Slicing Blade, which does 100 damage. Alright, we've got a Fracture with a lack of focus. There we go. Sharp Fang and Dragon Claw. Baardic. Okay. That Frost Smash is powerful. Ooh. Duskull with Perplex. Now if I could focus so I can flip a coin up. Oh, okay. Decent for starting the deck. Cubchoo to use with that Baardic. A Dedenne. Your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. This attack does 60 more damage. Your active Pokemon is now confused. Oh, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, so this is like, oh, you thought you were winning? No! Or wait, did that say your opponent's prize card? Your opponent has 1 prize card remaining. Okay. We got a Clink. A Snorunt. A Focus Please. Ooh. Reverse Hollow Luxio. And then a Scavalier. Miraculous Armor. This Pokemon takes 100 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. Attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay. I like running Steel decks, so this will almost certainly be in one of them. And by I like running Steel decks, I mean, of course, whenever I play casually, I build Steel decks so I can use my Necrozma and Aegislash. Okay. Now, I'm opening all the newer packs first, of course, but that is because I'm hoping for shiny Pokemon in this, and that would be a brilliant way to cap off the video. Of course, I need to get in the packaging of this one. So, little pro tip, when cutting fragile things, you want to go in with the blade at an angle, and you only want to push down hard enough to cut only the plastic. Now, little special consideration, the tip of my blade is broken slightly, so instead of a point, it's kind of flat, so that makes it really good for scoring the plastic. Or essentially, just barely cutting it, and it should just peel away with a little bit of pressure. Or that only works on the tape that only works with packing tape, and this plastic stands up to a little more abuse. Okay, plan B, I'm just gonna shove in this little flap here, and hope for the best. The chances of me keeping this cardboard box are small anyway, but I don't want to hurt the stuff inside, if I can help it. Okay. You peel up. You peel down. I said you peel up. Okay, let's try peeling sideways. Okay. That's not gonna help. Okay, well, I have a big enough hole. I could probably just do this. Good lord, that blade is dull. I need to find where I put my replacements. Alright, got this open. So, oh, okay, a little slidey deal. And now the actual box. Alright, so we got a manual here. Alright, what does it say? Constellations align a show of force. I'm not going to get it to focus with all the creases, so I'm just going to read it. Overflowing with light, Arceus V-Star descends from... excuse me. Overflowing with light, Arceus V-Star descends from on high to share its celestial powers with other Pokemon V. Shaman V-Star, Charizard V-Star, and Whimsicott V-Star find themselves wielding awesome new V-Star powers, while Mimikyu V-Max, Aggron V-Max, and Kingler V-Max in its Gigantamax form boast tremendous strengths of their own. Discover glimmering constellations and start your journey towards stellar greatness in the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield Brilliant Stars expansion. Now, from what I saw through the screen, this is just a card list. Built-in battle deck, ready to play 40-card deck, featuring 1 of 4 exclusive foil promo cards. 4 booster packs from Sword and Shield Brilliant Stars. Your deck has only 40 cards. Okay, so this is showing, like... Oh, interesting. So this is saying that the 40-card deck, you play with 4 prize cards instead of the usual 6. And I recall in all of the, like, teaching people how to play decks, they are half decks with 30 cards each, and you use 3 cards. So it appears that the rules for a fair Pokemon trading card game match is that it's 1 prize card for every 10 cards. That is a very interesting revelation. I might have to play with, or I might have to toy around with custom rule sets. Once you open your 4 booster packs, V-Star has V-Star power, basically Z moves, evolution chains, energies. It's recommending 13 to 16 in your deck. Normally, ooh. In the build and battle format, the normal limit of 4 cards with the same name doesn't apply. For example, if you have 5 copies of Turtwig, you can use all of them. So they have an official format where the number limitation does not apply. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be toying around with custom rule sets. Alright. So, just going to get all of these out on the table. We've got a Charizard, a Whimsicott, a Shaman, and an Arceus. Now, technically speaking, the Whimsicott should go after these 2, but since they're legendaries, I'm going to tack them on the end. And, of course, we have this 40-card deck they were talking about. Once again, the code card on this one has a black background. But, since both of my booster packs had white backgrounds, I don't know if this is just a promo card thing, or if this is the new rarity. Oh, did I say background? I meant border. Okay. How am I supposed to open you if the opening flap doesn't work properly? There we go. Alright, let's see what this thing's got. So here's the exclusive promo card of this Brilliant Stars Lucario. Roaring Resolve. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do so, search your deck for fighting energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Or a Sphere Volley. Discard all fighting energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each card you discard in this way. Okay. That's a pretty good charge up. Okay, fire, 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 fighting, 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 Ultra Ball. Professor's Research, Magma Basin. Alright, let's see what this is. Once during each player's turn, that player may attach a fire energy from their discard pile to one of their benched fire Pokemon. If a player attach energy to a Pokemon this way... Okay, so it's Lucario's ability, but as a stadium, so any fire Pokemon can use it. Energy Recycler. Cynthia's Ambition. Come on, you just had it. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand instead. Okay. Copycat. Bruno. Barry. Cast Form. Actually, no, hold on. That Hurricane. Move a basic energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. So this would be really good to get early game. You completely load it up, use Double Draw to get more energies out, and then once you have a Pokemon on your bench you want to power up, you just use Hurricane to start dumping energies. This relies, of course, on your opponent not having any good attacking options, so Cast Form lasts for long enough to make that a viable strategy. Riolu. Another Lucario, this one with a... Is that a different artwork? Yes, that is a very different artwork, but it's the same attacks. Another Lucario. Moltres! Okay. Inferno Wings. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 70 more damage and isn't affected by weakness. Oh. Attack's damage isn't affected by weakness. Or isn't affected by weakness. I thought that was saying resistance. Chimchar. Monferno. Alright, what do these Infernape cards have? Infernal Vortex. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. This attack does 80 damage for each energy card you find there. Then discard those energy cards and shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Burning Kick discards all the energy. Okay, so this thing just chews energy. That's like late game. Okay, let's start with these packs. Ooh. We've got not only a white border, but very sloppy printing. I don't even know if the camera's going to focus on it. Yeah, that's definitely not as sharp. It's a lot more obvious in person. It's got like one of those effects where your printer doesn't line up properly, so it prints like 3 versions of the same image, so it looks all out of whack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Dark Energy. Pachirisu. Sharon's Care. Cynthia's Ambition. Gibble. Buizel. Hawlucha. Electabuzz. Bidoof. Holy. Reverse Hollow Mewtwo. Life Sucker heals 20 damage. Cyburn does 110 damage. Wow. Okay. Ooh. And a Manaphy. Wave Veil. Prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon in range 5. Okay, so not only did I get 2 legendaries in the same pack, one of them's a Reverse Hollow Mewtwo. Okay. These are both going on the front of this one. Somehow. I'll make it work. Okay. But that was merely a rare card, not a super rare card. So it appears that the whole white border thing might be for the uncommon. Ooh. Okay. Here's the chance to test. Black border. I'll put this down here, because those are all promos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We got Steel Energy. Starmie. Dusclops. Gloria. Shinx. Grimer. Duskull. Pontonian Farfetch'd. Another Dedenne. Reverse Hollow Electabuzz. Is that a Hollow Dusknoir? That is a Hollow Dusknoir. Alright, Special Transfer. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a special energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon, and Devour Soul. Okay, that, for a Ghost deck running a lot of special energies, that would be very good. Alright, so it was Hollow, that's a new one, but I would still say I have not entirely figured out the patterning here, though I am detecting a pattern. These last two packs are what's going to determine if these last two packs are going to be what determines if that pattern is real or not, because I think the Shining Fates ones use the old style code cards. Alright, we got a white pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Focus. I said focus. Alright. Water Energy. Executor. Blunder Policy. If the Pokemon this card is attached, you use an attack. If you flip any coins for the damage or effect of that attack, and any of them are tails, draw 3 cards. That's pretty good. Roseanne's Backup. Shuffle Pokemon for your discard pile of your deck. Shuffle Pokemon tool from... Okay. Very limited shuffling of cards back into your deck. Weasel. Carablast. Mincino. Turtwig. Hiplup. Reverse Hollow Gibble, and a Lapras. Raging Freeze. If any... Focus, I had that. I can't read... If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack of your opponent's Pokemon during their last turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Okay. So, last chance to determine the pattern. Well, it's a white pack. So unless we get something like a, another, what was it called? Unless we get another trainer gallery, there's not going to be anything good in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Though I would love to be wrong. Okay. Grass Energy. Floatzel. Staravia. Choice Belt. Focus. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V. Okay. Burmy. Staryu. Magmar. Row. Lucha. Reverse Hollow Torkoal. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage. Okay. And another Fusion Strike Ice Cube. Alright. So, nothing particularly fancy, other than that one hollow Dusknoir. But, okay. Now, we move on to Shining Fates. Oh, and, so it is the Bunnelby Pin Collection? Not for any particular reason, that's just what they had. And of course I snapped it up because Shiny Vault was, like, unobtainium. Hence why I had to buy the, what's it called? The Eevee Elite Trainer box online instead of getting the fully packaged one. Though, fun fact, I actually have seen it in Target around here. I do not currently have the spare income nor the desire to get a second Eevee Trainer box. But I know where to get it if I want it. The code card's probably going to be somewhere in the middle. Okay. Hollow Bunnelby with Mad Party, which basically acts like Night March, where it does 20 damage times the amount of Pokemon in your discard pile that have it. And that Bunnelby would have stayed in there so much better if that little divot was actually pressed in. Actually, I'm going to put this over here with the other promo cards. Put the pin on top. And no code card there. There it is, and of course they left it upside down, so I gotta blur it. Yep, and this is indeed using the old style. Alright. So we have 2 Charizards and a Toxtricity. These 2 Gigantamax, all 3 of them shiny. So, I guess I'll open them Charizard, Toxtricity, Charizard. And I'm going to keep this close to my chest, because now I have no idea how the code card's in here. Okay, they put it the right way, and it's a good one! 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Fire Energy. Thwacky. Stadium and play, no retreat cost. That's pretty good. Ball Guy. Tropius. Morpeko. Nickit. Eevee. Gossifleur. Choodle. Reverse Hollow Luxio. Ooh, the top entry. Ooh. Okay. Where's the attack do? Come on, focus. I want to read. What are you even focusing on? It's clearly not the card. Hey, back of my hand. You like focusing on that, right? Cool. Now read the card. Stealth Poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. And of course Max Cutter, which just nukes. Okay. See, I knew I was smart saving this stuff for last. Now, the only way this could have been better is if I saved that pack for last. Although, maybe not necessarily. Code. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fighting Energy. Rotom. What does Roto Choice do? When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 item cards that have the word Rotom in their names. Reveal them. Oh, there's Rotom item cards. I did not know that. Rusted Sword from Ization. Floatzel. Spinarak. Shinx. Horsey. Yanma. Morpeko. Reverse Hollow Zarude. Okay, that's pretty cool. And a Manaphy. Okay. So just your generic rare Pokemon, but... Alright, Ocean Surge. Once during your turn, if this is... Once during the video, you may have the camera focus on the text without having to resort to the back of your... There we go. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal a Pokemon you find there, and put it in your hand. Shuffle the other cards back in your deck. Ooh. Okay, good way to have a water deck and get the strong stuff out quickly. Alright. One more Shining Fates pack. One more pack before the end of the video. Featuring Shiny Gigantamax Charizard. And all three of these are going to be good packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is the last card upside down? I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Focus. I really want the last... There we go. Fire Energy. Luxio. The Wacky. A Rusted Shield. Focus. So I don't think I have any Zamazenta V. But that's good to have. Horsey. Grookey. Morpeko. Spinarak. Weasel. Whoa, what? Hold on a minute. Get that in focus. You get that in focus right now. Reshiram. Okay, this is going to be hard to focus the closer I need to get it. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that little mark next to the end of it, it does something special. I'll have it up on screen. That is a very fancy looking Reshiram. Okay, well, what's behind it? Okay, so it's a full art Pokemon V. That's pretty good, but like that Reshiram though. Oh, what? Hold on a minute. I did not notice this. Get in focus again. Like, everything about this card is hollow. The background around Reshiram, the basic Pokemon tag, all of the type symbols, and that little rarity symbol at the bottom. They are all hollow. This might be the coolest Reshiram card I own, and I'm pretty sure I have Reshiram EX. Wow. Okay, so that was a highly awesome, or not highly awesome, that was a very awesome video. Highly valuable polls. Wow. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that like button. I got myself paranoid, I wasn't recording for a second. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment so inclined, ring the notification bell, it keeps you up to date with all my future videos. Website, Minds, Discord, Patreon, and Twitch links are in the description below. I will see all of you in the next video. Thank you for watching, see you next time.